This car. You're in your 20s driving an S-Class. Why not keep a lower profile? The all-new Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Once the undisputed king of luxury executive sedans, today we'll see whether it can still stand out in an increasingly competitive market. The body is even longer now, measuring 5,304 millimeters. You don't often see an S-Class in this color, which shows Mercedes is giving the S-Class a younger image. What's your favorite S-Class color? Mine is white, especially on the AMG. It looks especially tasteful. This blue is nice too, livelier than black. It also gives the car a more upscale look. The front fascia has changed significantly, with a larger shield-shaped grille surrounded by illuminated trim. The horizontal grille bars are filled with tiny three-pointed stars, giving the grille a more three-dimensional look. If you don't like those star logos, they can probably be removed. The hood ornament now lights up, which looks pretty cool. It doesn't stay lit while driving. Instead, it flashes briefly when you approach or unlock the car, almost like a heartbeat. The headlights now feature the three-pointed star design, and the blue accents indicate laser headlights. The front end is covered with Mercedes stars, so it's anything but low-key. The side sensors support assisted driving developed with Momenta, offering point-to-point urban assisted driving, even from parking space to parking space. These AMG wheels look very sporty, and combined with the blue paint, this S-Class feels far more performance-oriented than business-like. I'm curious whether you like this direction. Many people say it looks like the E-Class, but once you're standing next to it, it doesn't. Size makes a huge difference. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen a traditional full-size luxury gasoline sedan. I'm sure many of you feel the same, especially from this angle. So what do you think? Good. In what way? First, it has incredible presence. Second, after spending this much money, it truly feels worth every penny. Knowing there's a straight six under the hood also gives the car a strong, substantial presence. What do you think of the three-pointed star taillights? They suit women pretty well. Imagine an elegant woman pulling up in a white or blue S-Class, stepping out, and striking up a conversation with you. You'd say that's a good thing, right? The interior is now cleaner and more minimalist. The ambient lighting is integrated into the air vents, and the wraparound cockpit surrounds you from every angle. Below the large curved center display, Mercedes still keeps essential physical controls like volume and mute. The multifunction steering wheel also retains dedicated buttons instead of moving everything into the touchscreen. As Mercedes' flagship, the S-Class has always introduced design elements that eventually make their way to the rest of the lineup, so many details you see here will gradually appear on other Mercedes models. The dark wood trim pairs with this warm brown interior nicely, but to me, a white exterior with a white interior is still the perfect S-Class. This car comes with the top-tier Burmester audio system. Every speaker grille feels like a piece of art, with radial patterns that echo the design of the air vents. Everyone talks about minimalism these days, but creating a rich, layered design actually takes more skill. The S-Class and Maybach are great examples, blending complex details into an elegant overall design. The biggest highlight is the infotainment system. Mercedes MB.OS now works with Doubao to deliver a more localized and responsive user experience. Let's give it a try. There's a small on-screen AI avatar. Guess what it's called? It's called Sedan. That alone shows how committed Mercedes is to appealing to younger buyers. It uses a friendlier, cuter image, and I thought you'd wake it by saying, "Hi Sedan," but that's not how it works. You still have to say it properly. Hello Mercedes. Did you notice how much faster it responds? My old S-Class would respond very formally and much more slowly. Let's call my old S-Class X. You'd say X and it'd reply, "How can I help you?" in a very serious tone. Now it's much quicker. Hello Mercedes. Hi. Why is there so much poplar fluff in Beijing? There are two main reasons. Don't guess. Just answer the question. Haha, alright. Let's talk about something else. It's Tuesday. Have you been busy lately? So much better than my old S-Class. After all that, none of those features are the main point. The S-Class isn't just about being chauffeured. It's just as enjoyable to drive. Let's check out the back seat. Watch closely. Don't blink. There's a neat little detail. As soon as I close the door, the seatbelt automatically extends toward me. Have you noticed how thick it is? That's because it's an airbag seatbelt. In a collision, besides the regular airbags, the seatbelt can inflate to 3 times its normal size to better protect your ribs. It feels more comfortable in everyday use, and in a crash it helps reduce pressure on your ribs, even when the airbags have already deployed. Speaking of seatbelts, the driver's seat doesn't have the airbag belt, but it does feature 44 degrees Celsius seatbelt heating for extra comfort. Some of this may sound familiar because we covered it in our recent Maybach S680 review. If you haven't seen it yet, check out our Maybach S680 review. Even though it costs nearly 4 million yuan on the road, it's still based on the S-Class, so the core features and design are largely the same. That means this S-Class gives you many of the same features as the 4 million yuan Maybach. The rear displays also run on MB.OS, with localized apps for things like movie streaming. I won't demonstrate it here, but the rear camera recognizes passengers and supports a range of gesture controls. For example, on the movie screen, you can move your hand to scroll through the interface and simply stop over the item you want to select. You can also use gestures to transfer content. If you're watching a video, just make a grab gesture, and it instantly moves to the screen in another seat. This is especially useful in a Maybach. Imagine your boss asks to see last week's report. You pull it up, send it to their screen, and they're reviewing it in seconds. That's the proper Maybach experience. The seat is fully reclined here, and it's quite comfortable. Fold down the center armrest, and the cabin feels almost like a 4-seat layout. Technically it's a 5-seater, but because it's a gasoline car, the center tunnel naturally separates the rear seats, giving it much of the feel of a true 4-seater. The rear seats also offer ventilation, heating, massage, and more. Each rear passenger gets a touchscreen to control the vehicle's functions. You can even adjust each other's settings if you want to play the thoughtful passenger. The two screens can also share content, including screencasting, as you saw in the earlier demonstration. Open this compartment and you'll find a small storage space. There's even another storage compartment inside. You can even reach into the trunk from here. There's another small storage compartment, and the wireless phone charger is located right here. I think the S-Class seats are exceptionally ergonomic. The seating position is low, and the seat back naturally supports your body while gently lifting your legs. The door panel also integrates all the seat controls, including a one-touch comfort mode. Press it once to stop, then press it again to continue. I'm curious which control logic you prefer. When activated, the front passenger seat slides forward, the leg rest extends and raises, the seat lowers slightly, and the front edge lifts to create a more relaxed seating position. A footrest also folds out in front of the passenger seat. At 1.75 meters tall, I don't really need it, but if you're taller, it's perfect for supporting your feet. Lean back and enjoy. How do you like the S-Class rear seat? For more privacy, you can raise the power sunshades on the side windows, while the front divider shades can be adjusted independently to create a more secluded space. This is the S450, powered by a 3.0-liter turbocharged inline-six M256 EVO engine with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. It comes standard with air suspension and 4.5-degree rear-wheel steering, while the e-active body control suspension and 10-degree rear-wheel steering are optional. Personally, I think the S450's inline-six, air suspension, and standard rear-wheel steering are more than enough. The new S-Class is younger, smarter, and still every bit as luxurious and prestigious, with the smooth power you'd expect from a large displacement engine. You can relax in the back like a boss, let the driver assistance handle stop-and-go traffic, or step on the gas and enjoy the increasingly rare sound of a big inline-six. The S-Class has never needed to prove itself online. Arrive in one and the respect comes before you do. In your 20s and driving an S-Class? Why not? It's youthful enough for a new generation. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.